Hi friends, welcome back. Ekweremadu, former ex-deputy president, Senate president, has decided to fight back. Of course, you know what happened when he visited Europe. He went to Germany, Nuremberg. He met with a stiff opposition, and the group of people that opposed him is no other group than IPOB, and this constitutes Biafrans, Igbo people from the eastern part of Nigeria. They decided to pull him down. They pelted him with eggs and disgraced him. His clothes were torn. The occasion that he came for, that is the New Yam Festival, he was unable to attend that festival. Although later he came to say he actually came to Germany so as to secure some business contracts, opportunities that would benefit Nigerians and the Igbos. I don't know how true that is anyway. Ekweremadu faced stiff opposition, disgrace, like I said, and he escaped from that location. The police were around because they called the police, but the police did not arrest anyone as it was a free-for-all. So there wasn't anyone that the police could arrest. He wasn't beaten with sticks, neither was he shot with a gun. It is just eggs being thrown at him to disgrace him and to put shame, if he will have any of that shame. They decided to shame him, mock him, and he ran out of that location. He ran out of the event. It's quite unfortunate that this is happening. The reason why people decide to treat politicians this way is because it is difficult to protest in Nigeria. Omoyele Sowore has been in detention of the DSS for more than 45 days now, because Nigeria is not a place where you can protest, particularly under this administration. So people have taken their anger on politicians from abroad. Right now, the presidency and these goons are in the United Nations attending the UNGA 74 summit. A lot of Nigerians are right there protesting, picketing against them and screaming ole ole. And this is what they deserve, because these people know no other thing than stealing. They are just petty thieves. They are criminals. They call themselves looters. Either they are civilians, or they are military personnel, or ex-military personnel. They are all involved in the same act of stealing, looting the economy. They intentionally make sure that they introduce certain policies that will bring Nigerians down to their knees, and some policies that they introduce will never be implemented. The IPOB have asked for secession from Nigeria. In fact, Masob at the initial stage called for referendum, and since none of this was accepted, this is not the first time that the people from the east would want to cut off from Nigeria. This led to civil war that brought about a lot and massive, it caused a lot of death. People died. A lot of people died. For the Deputy Senate President of the 8th Assembly, Senator Ekweremadu, it appears hard for him to forgive and also forget. I don't want him to forget. I want this to always be at the forefront of his mind. I want all politicians in Nigeria to keep a video or picture of what happened to Ekweremadu. That is just a drop, a tip of the iceberg. That's just a drop of what will come to them. He claimed that he is a victim of physical attack by members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, during a visit to Germany. Ekweremadu appears not to have forgiven or forgotten the treatment he got. He appears to have transferred the aggression to his kinsmen. Once at the forefront of the development of his constituents, things are now different, as all of his inspired projects in Enugu are now either abandoned or considered failed. He is only trying to muscle on them. I steal money, but at least I give you people drops of what I steal. But right now, I am not going to do anything, and no one is going to hold me. This is what we are talking about. No one will be able to hold me accountable. We are talking of totalitarian government. We are talking of people that are elected and they become the god. They become mini gods. People call them Sai Baba. This is wrong, and this is not the approach. This is because the rule of law is weak in Nigeria. They've made sure that the rule of law is so weak and it can be smashed on the floor and walked over. That doesn't mean that the politicians with the judiciary arm of the government are upright anyway. Most of the judges and lawyers are corrupt too. The police, they are corrupt. Executive corrupt. Legislators corrupt. In fact, the reporting arm, and that's what we call the media, are also corrupt because most of them are given some amount of money and they are used to fight oppositions. They go online, they write stories that are not true. So the systems, all the system in Nigeria has been affected with corruption. That is why Sowore came out. Yes, some might point fingers at Sowore and said he used the Sahara Reporters platform to blackmail. He used it to push Goodluck Jonathan out and Buhari is here. But the man has not kept quiet. If he had collected bribe and he kept quiet and he started praising Buhari on Sahara Reporters, then we will accept that he has been bribed. But this man wrote a lot. In fact, he leaked a lot of audio. But he realized that Buhari is not that upright man that people claim, that they claim that he is. He realized that Buhari is as corrupt as any administration. But they do this with pretense. So he decided to protest. And right now, he has been kept under locks and key. The DSS is even planning to arraign him, dock him for a new charge. Somehow they found a way of creating new charges that they are going to bring up against him. This is so terrible. These politicians, I think if one of them is actually and mortally injured up to a point whereby it might not be able to walk, then I think they will take this seriously, because they're only being pelted with eggs. What is that? That's nothing. Probably will throw away the cloth, buy a new one with the same money he has stolen from you, and find a way to secure himself more. But if he receives a mortal injury, a very fatal one, I think they will sit up tight. If their children receive injuries, then they will sit up tight and they will realize that these people are serious. Enough of nepotism, enough of a dictatorial government, enough of corruption, looting the economy dry, not caring about the masses. How many of you out there that are in support of these criminals? I'm not pointing fingers at Buhari alone. I'm pointing fingers at all the politicians that have brought Nigeria to where we are today. How many of you have benefited from social assistance from the government? Is your bursary being paid regularly? Is it a national policy? Or sometimes you just get a bursary, you say, oh, my state government gives me the bursary, or I collected bursary like 2 years, I collected bursary for 4 years, but the other person did not collect bursary from no one. This is what we are talking about. The people that have been granted scholarship abroad, they went abroad to study. The state governor that actually initiated it, or the federal government that actually initiated this scholarship, are they paying up? Most of the time you see most of the students there protesting. How many countries have you seen that their citizens abroad picketing and protesting because their fees have not been paid? This is what we are talking about. The system is in such a decay that you cannot even talk about it. It's time for everyone to be a revolutionary. Let us stand up for this. This man has decided to punish Enugu State, his own constituent. He has decided to abandon. In fact, he is not doing anything there any longer. It's so alarming and it's so terrible. It's so alarming, the spate of abandoned projects in Senator Ekweremadu's Agu local government area of Enugu State, that eyebrows are now being raised in his direction. There are, however, those who think that the man might be fighting back having been disgraced by his kinsmen. In a country that the rule of law is upheld, do you think this man will do this? What is your take about this? Do you think these people need to be dealt with more? Let us know that in the comment section below. And while you're at that, may I remind you to kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red notification icon bell, so you will be notified whenever new videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.